Welcome to Richmond Podcast Leaders in the Industry, where we sit together with top-notch leaders discussing important topics in the HR, IT, marketing, finance, and healthcare industry. Today's topic will be mainly about sustainable finance. For this, we have invited Marta Ra, who is holding an industry session at the Richmond Financial Industry Forum in May. She will talk about what it takes to be a leader in the industry. Sit back and enjoy. Just let me introduce a little bit more about Marta Ra. You have studied at the University of Witten in Germany, and after working with JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and Deutsche Bank, she was in charge of the strategic topic Women Investors and Women Clients at Globalance Bank. You are also the co-founder of Women in Sustainable Finance. Congratulations. And now my first question. How did you enter the financial industry and what continuously inspires you to keep working in this field?
Thank you very much for having me here today. And I'm really excited to be one of the speakers at your event. How did I enter the financial industry? It's actually a funny story. I wanted to save the world when I was a teenager, and initially I wanted to become a diplomat. And I soon realized how much power lies where the money is, where funds are. And I decided to study finance in order one day when I'm grown up as an employee to make sure that capital goes where it's needed. Because there is so much power in money. You can do good things and you can do very bad things with money, as we all know. And therefore, I studied finance in Germany. I wrote a PhD about risk management of financial institutions. And then I learned how banking and the financial markets work at various financial institutions, as you have mentioned before. And then I fast realized that in the past, finance has not been directed as it should into the direction where it should go. There are a lot of investments out there in the world where people make money, but it's actually destroying the planet or our society, right? And so my inspiration comes from the power of money and the direction of money. And that's why I have founded together with my co-founders, Women in Sustainable Finance, who are all also from the financial industry, where we would like to combine feminine energy and finance because women in general have a more nurturing approach when it comes to investments and more long-term thinking. And we have been able to actually do a lot so far. We have become an opinion leader. We are often sought as speakers. And we are part of the change makers in sustainability.
Okay. This is an interesting circle of life and based on the background where you think how you can enter in this industry. What makes a good leader in your eyes?
Well, I have a very different approach to leadership. I think the best leader is actually one that is not noticed. If you enable your employees, your team, empower them so much that they don't need you, then you are a good leader. So I don't believe in classical hierarchies, top down. I have seen them all in the financial industry, but I believe that democratizing work and working with flat hierarchies and enabling your team makes you a good leader.
This is really what I think, which is one of the right way. Absolutely. Another point, work-life balance. How do you support your employees in that case?
Work-life balance is a really important topic for me, in particular well-being. I think it has become an important topic to everybody, in particular after the pandemic that the entire planet went through and the struggles that we basically share together, a trauma. Work-life balance is really, really important. And it shouldn't be just an a word that is nice to have. It should be something that is real and that is really being implemented. And we speak about in today's world about, you should be happy, you should have your mission, you should have your purpose in work. Obviously, that is not always possible 100%, right? We also have to do things in our job which we don't like. But I think it's very important with regards to work-life balance that from top down, the management is authentic, is real, and takes their employees serious. And now we are also speaking again about the topic, what makes a good leader? And I think when people feel heard and know that they are being taken serious, then work-life balance comes much easier. I think a lot of companies in the entire world have put a big emphasis on work-life balance right now and are also implementing finally well-being programs. So I think in general, there is a very positive tendency to make work-life balance not just a word, but a real thing. And I believe that supporting again your employees, supporting your team, being also a human leader. So leaders are not machines or robots. Leaders are also just beings with weaknesses, with fears. Leaders also get sick. And I think being a human leader is also already the first step to make sure that the work-life balance mission and idea is transported well to the team. So there are various ways somebody can support the employees with well-being. It depends on every single person, but there are different programs out there. I mean, that's a totally another topic that we could speak about for hours, right?
Okay. Regarding women and sustainable finance, you are co-founder. What is your idea? What do you have to offer to your surroundings in that case?
So Women in Sustainable Finance has become really a global network with women leading and heading positions in the financial industry. And the goal for us is to transform the financial industry and to inspire people who share the vision of a more sustainable and inclusive world. We educate, we give courses about sustainable finance, we empower our members to make a positive impact. We offer seminars and workshops, and people are then able to also gain their expertise and build network within the sustainability network. And of course, it's really important, people who join us, they act on their convictions. And together we are growing by basically supporting each other. And that is the power of Women in Sustainable Finance.
Okay. What are your plans in the near future? Do you have a special project coming up, including sustainable finance, investing, or inclusivity? I think there's never an end.
Absolutely. I mean, sustainable is here to stay, right? So with regards to the near future, we have a special project coming up. Indeed, we are now starting to build our ambassadors network. We are internationally over almost 3,000 members by LinkedIn. And we're looking for ambassadors in the key industries who support also our mission and vision, and to be also to be our voice within their own special areas. And it's really important in order to fulfill our fundamental goal to transform the financial industry into a diverse one and an inclusive one. In order to be able to foster collaboration and partnerships, we need those ambassadors. So we are now in the process of finding those and approaching those ambassadors.
Okay. Do you have any tips could you give us regarding sustainable investing?
So I firmly believe sustainable investing is here to stay, and it will become the status quo. There are obviously studies with mixed results that have evidence that sustainable investing doesn't come with a lower return. We have seen that in particular during the lockdown and the corona crisis. But it shouldn't be a choice between doing good and doing well. In the future, we will see you can also make money and you can also benefit with your investment to the society and the planet. So my advice is to anyone who is looking to invest money, regardless whether it's a standard investment or a pension fund, he or she should make sure it's also ESG compliant. So always ask the ESG question. And when someone is deciding to invest, let's say, into a portfolio, first the question is, there are four stages that I would suggest. First one is set a clear goal. What do you expect from your sustainable investment? Are you concerned about the Paris Agreement? Is it important to you how the company treats its employees or how it supports social causes or all of these or any other? Then second one, always have a look at the fact sheet. Financial products have a fact sheet and they must describe in detail how they invest sustainably. Also challenge those. In particular, number 3, when you speak to your investment advisor or to your to the bank employee that you are speaking about investing sustainably, always make sure you challenge them because there is also a lot of greenwashing still out there. More information can also be found, obviously, in the annual reports because there are disclosures that are mandatory. And last but not least, the better you can formulate your investment ideas, the easier your asset manager or client advisor can suggest an investment product to you. So last but not least, think about what is important to you. What is your time horizon? What is your goal? What kind of impact do you want to have with it? And then go for it. There are a lot of products out there. And as I said, it's here to stay.
Okay, that's correct. That's really absolutely correct. I said in the beginning that the forum is in May. It's really not only in May, it's in 1 week. So next Thursday. Could you give us finally a small teaser into your topics for the Richmond Financial Industry Forum? The topic is sustainability and diversity in the finance industry.
Sure. So the topic I want to bring out in the conference is about how we connect sustainability, the topic, and diversity. And at Women in Sustainable Finance, we believe that investing sustainably can change the world and the society. So I will elaborate on how sustainable investing brings positive impact and financial returns at the same time. In addition, I will debunk popular myths about sustainable investing. Namely, would there be a trade-off between sustainability and good investment performance? And also to be more specific, I would like to focus on the topic of diversity in terms of sustainable investing, meaning how we as an investor can contribute to a more gender equal society, which at large benefits the entire planet.
Okay. Thank you very much, Marta Ra. It's great to have you next week in Interlaken, and then you have a great chance to discuss everything with the C-levels and all the people from the banking industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.